Hello, Andre Zbart from ADZbart.com. Picking up language preferences by listening to someone will provide verbal clue used in conversations. In addition, there's also a visual cue that can be used as well. How many of you have heard the phrase, 9/10 of communication is nonverbal? When you're trying to build rapport with someone, they're oftentimes going to be holding back information. So generally, when they're answering a question and they have an objection, the verbalized answer really isn't the objection. All's not lost. There's some pretty clear visual cues you can fall back on to get to the heart of the matter. Within this episode, I'm going to tell you how you can see what the other person is feeling by observing the action of their eyes. Just a heads up. This is a fairly complex, topic, and it's going to take a level of effort for you to master. However, if you're dealing with a person who's non-communicative and they have a fair poker face, this skill is going to really pay off for you. There's a reason people say eyes are the windows to the soul. No truer truth has ever been uttered on human behavior. The movements of your eyes will give a pretty solid indicator of what they're actually thinking. So to start, within your imagination, draw a couple partition lines to create 3 horizontal planes. Now we're going to watch the eyes. Guys looking up means they're tapped into a visual memory. Eyes in the middle means that they're tapped into auditory. Looking at the bottom plane, they're tapping into feelings. Now we're going to explore looking left and right within those planes. I got to point out, if a lefty or a righty, the interpretation is going to be a bit different. Let's stick with righties for the sake of argument. When they're looking up at the top plane, and the eyes are looking to the right after you ask the question, it means they're creating an image to help process information coming in. If looking up to the left, they're remembering something they once saw, a memory. Let's talk about the middle plane. Eyes level and looking to the right. This means they're trying to process their side of a conversation, putting it into words, as it were. When they're looking to the left, they're tapped into a memory, an auditory memory. Let's drop to the bottom plane. Your eyes are focused down and to the right. You're imagining a body sensation or feeling. Eyes to the left indicates you're in an internal dialogue or arguing with yourself, which a lot of people do. In order to capitalize on using eye cues, you have to ask a question. And as soon as you see and identify that there's an eye movement, ask a follow-up question. This is going to give a pattern interrupt. So whatever they pre-planned to say, they're going to think again, and then the second eye movement is going to give you a clear picture. These cues can give you insight into a person's thoughts. If you can master it, your doorway to rapport and influence flings wide open. The skill is kind of hard to master, but well worth sinking your chops into. In our next NLP episode, we're going to dig deeper into IQs and how to better interpret them. This has been a public service announcement from ADZbart.com, hoping we just raised your IQ awareness.
Thank you.